And welcome to the NFC Championship, another playoff matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. We've won every game we've played against them in this series. They haven't always been blowout wins. I feel like, if I remember correctly, we played them earlier in this season, and it was a close game. Granted, most of every game this season has been a close one. Landon Roundtree was in the same draft as Saunders, and he's put together a tremendous sophomore season. 37 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I mean, that's the exact kind of play we were hoping to get from Saunders rather than I think it was 26 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. So, really bad there. We do see Christian McCaffrey in here on the first play, and he, hopefully, will be a big part of what our next series is going to be. It all depends. We might not be able to get him, but if we can, he'll be a great guy to build around. And that is your 2 hints. There were 2 of them kind of secretly put in there as towards what the next series is going to be. I would love to see your guys' thoughts in the comment section on what you think that series is. Danielle Hunter with the sack. Definitely stole one there from Wanham, but the quarterback ran towards him, so he'll get the sack and bring up a 3rd and very long. Really excited to start that series. It will be a series that will, I'll give you a little bit more. It'll be a series that will take much longer in terms of in-game time, as it looks like a lineman, Fant, goes down injured for the Carolina Panthers on that play. And thanks to a good return there from Nwangwu, we'll be starting at the 44. But yeah, the next series is going to take a lot longer in-game, but we are going to be doing a lot of simulating in that series. So we'll go through years a lot more quickly than we are with this one. So the goal with that next series is to go through a full year. If we're not in the playoffs, in about 4 episodes. If we are in the playoffs, we will play each one or watch each one. Kind of depends on what we want to do at that point. But we'll watch or play each game until the end of our playoff roll. But yeah, that's all I'm going to tell you. That's it. That's all the sneak peeks as the next series. We'll probably go over a bit more in the off-season, or we will go over a bit more in the off-season video of the Vikings series here. Whether that's after a Super Bowl win or Super Bowl appearance, depends on how this game goes. Ham, though, 17-yard reception on the sideline. We are now inside the red zone here, down at the 15. I'm going to try to get to the outside, just not able to find a corner there. Didn't do a great job sealing the edge. So we'll come out here with a spread form. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Going to run the slant routes here as they get right through the line. Didn't find much of what I was looking for there with Thielen. We'll slide down, avoid the hit from Burns, and get close to another first. On 3rd and inches here, we'll bring out the ham formation. The last year of the ham formation, we'll go right down the middle. CJ Ham is in. His first touchdown, I believe, of this postseason. And maybe, well, no, not of this season, because I know he had a couple in the simming during the second team games. And if you take a look at the bottom of the screen, I don't know how long that's been up, but the Bills have won the NFC or the AFC Championship. So the winner of this game will be facing the Buffalo Bills. And how fitting would it be to have the Bills and the Vikings in this universe, this game universe, as we had to sim the current real life games, just because I wasn't going to change much of what happened. But how fitting would it be to have the Bills and Vikings, the only 2 teams to make it to 3 or more Super Bowls without a victory? As Christian McCaffrey, still in the game here, gets a first down. And of course, that scenario would be a mixture of the non-real, like this universe, and then also a bit of real life, as obviously our season last year, we won the Super Bowl. So we've won a Super Bowl after going to, that was, I think, our 5th, because there were, I think, 4 Super Bowls that we went to in the 70s, but ended up losing all of those and finally won the first one for the Vikings in the last season. But yeah, kind of fitting for that to happen. So let's do what we can. A bad angle there taken by Kendricks, and they get Tremble down to the 18. And we've been pretty close with our pressure a few times on this drive, but have just been a step behind. We've seen Daniil in there. We've seen Kendricks now in there, who forces the incompletion. And we've also seen Graves getting back there too. So a lot of pressure up front. Wanham's been there too. So doing a good job there. And I don't know which receiver that was meant for, but either way, bad pass. We'll make a slight adjustment here. Go with the cover 6. They go with an empty set. So pretty good call to change to. So we're going to try to get a rush here with Graves, who's in, chasing down the quarterback, sack, fumble, Pierce picks it up. We're going to take the ball at the 31. What a great play from our rookie DT. You know, the first half of the season, he really never showed up, didn't have much in terms of tackles for losses, sacks, or really anything, but the second half of this season for Graves has been tremendous. He won us the Seahawks game. He racked up, I think it was a sack in 4 straight games, had a couple more as the season came close to an end here, as that was a iffy pass, but Thielen gets the snag in the first down. But yeah, very happy to see the progression of Graves, which is good to see, as we're not quite sure what's going to happen with the rest of the defensive line, minus Daniil Hunter. Obviously, we have Michael Pierce, but getting up there in age, need to see how regression hits him this offseason, see what we like to do if we want to bring him back. We're going to go here to Thielen, gets the grab and gets close to another first. And then, of course, Thielen, probably one of the biggest guys on offense that we're a little worried about, not because a contract is due, but because he's 33 in this universe. He will be 34, and I don't think I've ever seen a receiver in this game play at 34 years of age. So a little bit worrying there. We're going to try to run back a bit, try to find someone to throw the ball to. And they say that the safety or corner there didn't get his foot down, which is great news for us, because that was a throwaway play for sure. Going to get Cook around the outside, jukes to the inside, and gets caught from behind by 18 there. But we're down to the 28. We could probably keep Saunders in for another play, and then we'll bring in Mund as his stamina's dipping a bit. We're going to check down here to Jefferson, who fights forward, rolls over a guy, and he should have the first down there, and I believe he does. We'll go here, bring Mund in. If I can move Cook over to the other side, send him on a wheel route. If we could get one-on-one with Flanagan in the corner. No. Throw out of a sack. We had Jefferson, but just not able to get the ball there. We'll keep Mund in here to just hand the ball off to Cook. Cut back inside, cut to the outside, or kind of back more towards the middle. Not able to do so, but he does get us close to a first. Going to bring up 3rd and inches, and they're going to crowd that line. So we're going to hit to the outside here with Nwangwu's speed. Fights through one tackle, gets the first down at least. Thought he could have had a touchdown there, but just didn't get the edge. We'll stay in this same formation here. Let's see if we could run a self-designed play here. No, I want you to run the drag. There we go. And that's exactly what I wanted. Thielen in the end zone. Touchdown. And with that Thielen touchdown, that puts us up 14-0 with about 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter here. As they find just enough space, Harrison Smith lays a hit. Not sure if that's a fumble or if he was down. Either way, Slayton took a big hit from Hitman. And there's no booth review, so that's going to be a fumble forced by Harrison Hitman Smith. We're going to go here to the double tight end streak. Just launch it. I would have liked it in the corner, but it goes out of the back of the end zone. I normally run this play on a 3rd and short or a 4th and short, but let's try it 2nd and long. And bring in Ty Spence, use his speed, try to get to the outside. Try to see if we could get around any of these guys. He does. He gets the edge, gets down to about the 11-10 yard line. Good play for that undrafted rook. And he's definitely one that I would like to re-sign come this offseason, whether it's in closed free agency or open free agency. He has some really good skill sets, just 21 years of age, so will be 22, and have seen some pretty good play from him. The other undrafted receiver that we picked up, Thompson, he will be 24. He's about the same overall, so probably won't be trying to extend him. We're just going to get rid of this one. Good coverage there on Jefferson and Thielen. And I don't think I've really ran much of any empty set this year, or really ever. Awful pass from Saunders. He had Flanagan wide open in the end zone and threw it 5 yards behind him when I told him to throw it to the other side. So really bad inaccuracy there, but Koo gets the field goal, puts us up 17-zip. Panthers now take the field, needing to score as they are well behind in this game. 17-zip, big hit there from Dantzler. You rarely see that. But I'll say one thing, the team sometimes struggles during the regular season, but when we get into the playoffs, they really just come together and meld so nicely. We do give up the completion here as, I can't even remember his name now. It's not going to tell me. Robbie Anderson has a sack fumble from Wanham, and he picks up his own forced fumble. We're going to take the ball right back at the 30. Wanham trying to say that he belongs here. At least that's what he's trying to do in the playoff games, but we can't just rely on him having good playoff games. We need the rest of it as well. What the animation was that? Gilmore literally stripped it out of Chark's hands and just kept running with it. That's going to be an interception. Panthers take the ball right back. Let's see if we could get this in the replay. See, Chark has it, but then Gilmore also he just steals it right out of his hands. Says this one's mine. Can't really blame Saunders completely on that one. Could have thrown that a little bit more to the outside, maybe a little bit more down the field, but either way, really like to see Chark at least force an incompletion there, or catch it. Catching it would have been a lot better. As they're going to have a tight end to the outside, and they're going to find him. That's Tommy Trimble at the 33, but we end up tagging him before he gets out of bounds, so they'll call their first timeout. Panthers now have 50 seconds to try to get some amount of points on the board in the first half here. And they're going to check it down to 86. And for some reason, I have the hiccups. This came in out of nowhere. So we'll make a couple adjustments here. Apply some press coverage. And again, they force that check down to Robbie Anderson. And they don't even get the first, but Dantzler now injured, which not as big of a deal as Denzel Ward, but still not good. Luckily, it looks like he's just heading over to the trainer's table. Looks like they were stretching his legs, so I'm assuming maybe some sort of cramps, but you never know what animations you're actually going to get. Want him around the back, ends up tripping Pierce, comes back over, gets the sack. Want him putting together a good game here in the NFC Championship. And here's the update we have on Cameron Dantzler. So not a cramp, but actually a pulled hamstring, and we're going to head into the locker room for halftime. Maybe. It's not letting me click anything here for Dantzler, but as you can see on the board here, we're leading in all stats, although not by a lot. But like I said, whoever wins this game will be facing the Buffalo Bills. So not sure if the game's going to put Dantzler back in or not. I tried to tell him not to, but didn't let me choose. But we're going to start this second half here, receiving the kick. We're going to get close to the 30, down to the 29. And as we currently have the lead right now, and I don't know if it let me take Dantzler out, I went ahead and just auto-subbed him out. or not auto, but manually subbed him out for the rest of this game. We're going to bring in Young into that slot spot. But let's see if our offense can extend our lead here. So far we're up 17, haven't allowed any points on defense. We're going to find Jefferson, try to see if he could use his speed to get around the edge. Not quite able to do so, but he's down to the 34. I feel like we haven't got much of Flanagan in this game, so let's see if we could find him on one of his best routes here. No, we're going to try to... Nope, not it. Oh, we had Mund in, so probably a good thing that we didn't throw that, although Mund played pretty well, decently well in the 2 games that he started late in the season. So on 2nd and 17, we'll come out with our 4-receiver set. Change up a little bit of what this play looks like. See if we can maybe get Osborne down the seam. Maybe not. Throw it short here to Chark, who does a better job of fighting off Gilmore, but does not do a good enough job of getting the catch. Ends up dropping it, just bounces off his hands. And we're going to find Osborne, who found the gap in between almost triple coverage. A beautiful throw from Saunders, and we're in again on a 41-yard touchdown pass. Saunders, Osborne. The Panthers now find themselves desperate for something, down 24-0 in the NFC Championship. They go for another check down to number 2. I want to say Samuel, but I don't believe that is accurate, and I can't read what the name says. It is way too small for me to read, but good catch nonetheless. Try to make a play. They go down to number 22, Christian McCaffrey, gets them the first down. Only 37 yards for Run CMC here in this matchup. And the previous playoff game we had against the Panthers, he had a 60-some-odd touchdown run and then peaced out for the rest of the game. This game, haven't let that happen yet, but he's always due to find a big one every now and then. Although he's looking a little tired here. Going to assume they're going to pass it then, which they are. Get to kneel right off the edge. They get a quick pass out to Tremble, who shakes one tackle, almost shakes another. And Harrison Smith, now a bit shaken up, going to head towards the sideline. And luckily for Harrison Smith, doesn't look like anything too serious as he just heads over to the bench. Eldra Hilton will come in as the third running back. It's just an elbow sprain, but we'll keep Brooks in. But yeah, we'll have Eldra Hilton will come in as the third base formation linebacker for us, and then Brooks will play in the nickel defense for us as they find Christian McCaffrey at the sideline, 25 yards, might have been around that, but down to the 25-yard line. And Brooks has played very well for us. I compliment him in almost every video that I see him show up. He's done a great job, especially as a rookie with what his ratings are. And we're going to get another sack on Roundtree. Danielle Hunter, 2 on the day. And now he's in the zone. 2nd and 21. We'll break out the man coverage here. Not great having Brooks cover number 2 here. See, the speed difference is quite different, but they end up looking the other way. Tremble out of bounds. And on 3rd and 21, staying out here in the man blitz. We're going to try to cover Tremble here with Brooks. As we get there with Graves, a flag is down. But if this is holding, we could easily decline it. I'm going to say illegal contact. I have never seen that called in Madden before. And I guess they declined it? I'm not quite sure what all happened there, but they're punting here, 4th and 34. And with this lead, with only a minute and a half-ish left in the third quarter, we're going to start chewing the clock a little bit here. And we're going to take Cook out. Don't want to risk any injuries before the Super Bowl as a flag hits the turf here. Holding. And that's on Dalton Smith. Not too many penalties called against him. Normally plays a pretty clean game, so we'll allow that one to slide as it's not going to hurt us too much here. Not able to cut up in time. Number 7 brings Nwangwu down. We get a gain of, was it 4 or so? Yeah, I think about 4 yards on that play here. Thought about going for Ham to the outside, but I did see Gilmore just chilling over there, so didn't want to risk it. Just scramble forward, get a few yards, and we'll instead hit Thielen here, at least try to. Pass lofted way too much for a 5-yard pass. Allows too much time. Pass gets broken up, and we're going to head into the 4th. Following a great return from Christian McCaffrey, Panthers are set up at the 41. They have 3 receivers set out to the right. And a pass goes slightly off. I'm not quite sure if Fuller had anything to do with that or if the receiver just didn't care to try to make a play there. Pretty interesting. We'll try to sit underneath. Just kidding. Sack. Well, we did sit underneath, but we ended up switching to Daniil to secure that sack. 3 of them on the day. And that brings up a 3rd and very long here. 3rd and 21. We're going to send some of these guys out here. Brooks running all the way across the field to catch up to Tremble. He does get the tackle. 4th and 12. And with their season on the line, down 24 points in the 4th quarter, they're going to go for it here on 4th and 12. We're going to see what they do. They go to the outside. Fuller gets the knockdown, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. All we need to do is just run this clock out, and we'll be heading to another Super Bowl. Go down in the middle here, try to juke around some of our blocks here, get a first down with Nwangwu. And I don't feel like we've really run much with Patterson of recent, so let's bring him out here, give him some carries. Juke to the other side, try to juke back to the inside, not able to get past Chin. Going to bring up a 2nd and short. We'll stay out in the same formation here. We're going to run the draw. Try to follow the blocks. Cordero able to fight through it. Didn't get some great blocking, but we'll gain a few yards, bring up a 3rd and short. And who better to hand this one off to than Ham? Right down the middle. The blocking looks like it could be set up very well for us, and it is going to be a good gain here from Ham down to the 12. Panthers seeing their season just slowly come to an end here, as we're going to switch it up a little bit, run a bit of a play action. And we'll take the sack. And on 2nd and 24, come back out in our 4 receiver set. Got Nwangwu out here this time. We'll hit this but draw play. Maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe even lost one, maybe gained one. Iffy. And now inside the 2-minute warning here. Going to try to set up a screen pass to Nwangwu. See if that works for us or not. We have some blocking out front, and we chose to go the wrong way. If we stick to the outside, open lane touchdown, but we try to cut back in, and we get tackled. That's fine. We're up 24. We'll let this clock run a little bit, and we'll kick a field goal. We're just waiting for this to tick down a little bit more, take the field goal, give us a 27-0 lead here. Very late in this game, all but a wrap, basically. Panthers will have one more chance to get some points on the board. And with everything all but said and done, we'll see what the Panthers do with their garbage time here. They bring Smith out here. Definitely would have rather him not come back in, but he gets the tackle here on Christian McCaffrey. And more importantly, gets the tackle inbound, so the clock will continue to run here. Doesn't look like they're taking timeouts yet, so just get the tackles as soon as they catch the ball, keep them in bounds, and we'll set off in celebration. Now ticking close to just 30 seconds left. We're going to cut underneath here with Kendricks. Let him get the catch. Let him juke around a little bit. Let this time continue to drain as they now start calling their timeouts. 23 seconds left, down 27 points. Is it really worth calling the timeouts at this point in time? As they get a nice crossing pattern over here. Get past Fuller, get maybe 3-4 yards, and they call another timeout. Seems to be that they are dead set on not losing this game without scoring any points, but also taking all the checkdowns possible to get there. That last tackle, that'll be their, not last tackle, that tackle will be their last timeout. 12 seconds left. We'll just continue to Run some man coverage here. Make sure we have one guy on everybody. As they get a nice, that's the angle route past Kendricks. Joyner gets the tackle, and this game is over. We have won back-to-back NFC Championships, this time 27-zip against the Carolina Panthers, who poached one of our guys off our practice squad. Good play, though, all around offense, defense, sacks left, right, and center. Proud of these boys. As they head off into the locker room to celebrate, you see we won this game all the way around. We had the best stats everywhere. So all good there. Gonna set off, celebrate. Some of them, this is their first chance at going to a Super Bowl. For a lot of them, they were here last year, so they know what needs to be done. And after that game filled of sacks up front, Nicholas Graves gets the upgrade, and we're going to hit one to power rushers. We haven't upgraded that much this season. I'm going to see a +1 to those power moves, and then some upgrades around a bit. So here's where his ratings currently stand. A very well-balanced guy in terms of run stopping and rushing the passer, so great to see. And you know who we're playing next. The Buffalo Bills are up in the Super Bowl. We got to go through Pro Bowl week, show a little bit of the season stats, but that'll all be in the Super Bowl episode next. So make sure you're hitting that subscription button down below. Give this video a like. It's back-to-back Super Bowls that we're going to. We're playing well here at Minnesota Vikings, trying to bring you as many championships as possible. So give it a little love. And yeah, until next time, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you later. Bye.